This week we're going to highlight the latest crop condition updates and crop progress here in the U.S. We're also going to take a look at the latest short-term weather trends. Then we're going to turn our attention to Brazil, where corn harvest is wrapping up. We're going to come back and look at a very brisk pace of corn export sales here in the U.S. and wrap things up with a long-term review of December corn futures. Hi, this is Brian Bastine with Advanced Trading. Let's talk about the corn market. We've moved into the latter half of August here, and actually corn harvest has started in the south and slowly moving its way to the north. Let's take a look at the latest crop condition updates from the USDA. We're looking here at a slight deterioration nationwide from 72% good to excellent last week to 71% this week. Notice, however, last year was at 67%, so we're still above last year at this time. Looking across the map here, we did see some stabilization across Iowa and Illinois, a deterioration up in the northern plains across areas such as North Dakota and Minnesota, and some improvement across Wisconsin and Nebraska. What about the aggregate crop condition index? Notice here that we look over the last 10 years or so here, we're still looking at a level that's only topped by 2016. So a very high level here as we move into the last half of August. Now let's take a look at crop progress, specifically looking at corn dented. Now on average, corn dented increases approximately 34% between August 17th and the 31st. So that means by Labor Day weekend, corn dented should be near 60%. Of course, the pace of corn maturity is going to be directly tied to the weather. Let's take a look at the short-term trends. Our slides this week, as usual, are courtesy of T-Storm weather. Now we're looking here at a major change coming across the Midwest. Much cooler temperatures, two cold fronts. The first cold front is going to start Wednesday and Thursday of this week and take readings down 5 or 10 degrees where they've been. And a very large cold front is then going to sweep down from the northern plains Friday and Saturday. It's actually going to take high temperatures down in the 60s and 70s moving into late this weekend, early next week. Now let's take a look at the next 7 to 8 days here. We're looking at a very cool and dry pattern all across that light blue area there. Again, readings in the 40s, 50s, and 60s at night. So a much different pattern than we've seen recently. Let's look ahead now to next week. There is some rainfall in the forecast for next week, mainly though across the southern plains. About a ½ inch to 1.5 inches there across parts of Kansas, maybe southwest Nebraska. But again, as we move further north and east, not much rain. Let's quantify rain now over the next 2 weeks. Now the next 2 weeks here, we're looking at quite a bit of the area is going to be dry. Very dry, as a matter of fact, across the heart of the Corn Belt. So that's going to be a change from what we've seen recently. Let's shift gears now and look at harvest progress in Brazil. Now, the Brazil corn harvest is winding down as we speak here. It's about 89%. Last year was 96%. Why is that important? Because this corn is now ready to move into the export pipeline. In fact, the export lineup from Brazil is 64 million bushels above last year at this time. So we're looking at August exports this year could be 20 or more higher than the 240 shipped last year. Let's shift gears now and look at export prospects here in the U.S. We did this chart was combine the unshipped old crop sales and the new crop book. Notice over the last 25 years, only 1 year has been higher than this year. That was 4 years ago. Right now we're looking at a program for September, October, November, very close to last year's 513 million bushels shipped, depicted by that black line. Let's wrap things up this week looking at trends in December corn. December corn, as you tape here on Tuesday, is trading near $4.05 a bushel. Notice, however, that we're looking between now and harvest there in October, still looking at the potential for price volatility, both to the upside and to the downside. That's why it's critical to continue to work closely with your trusted risk management advisor to manage price movement. Now, if you'd like more information, please feel free to contact us at 800-664-2321. We'll put you in contact with one of our risk management consultants who'll be happy to visit with you at your convenience. And remember, we upload every Wednesday. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and never miss an update. Thanks a lot. Have a good week.